Good morning. I'm too little bit late to discuss about last subjects. I had been engaged in the early morning. Left Chennai for somewhat dip- distance kilometers. Year 2020 Madhya Pradesh 51. Srimati Amrita Bhatia versus Baljit Singh Bhatia. This judgment explains you how Maintenance and Welfare of Parents and Senior Citizens Act, Section 2232, uh, read with the rules, Rule 19 and 20, has to be uh, read out. The case of the prosecution was that the respondent one, Baljit Singh Bhatia, uh, filed application under section 22 of the Act 2007, namely the Maintenance and Welfare of Parents and Senior Citizens Act. That was on 19/3/2019 under section 22, read with rules 19 and 22. He pleaded that his owner of house so and so is ex-wife of his son, daughter-in-law, and his two grands are residing at the first floor of the said house. The petitioners misbehave, harass and physically assault the applicant and his wife, and threatens to register the false case outrage of modesty dowry demand against him and get him declared lunatic. That was the reason, and they also forced him to register the house in their name. Therefore, it was filed. They have filed a detailed reply. They are living separately at the first floor of the house. The permission of the applicant was granted. The premises was in dilapidated condition, and they only habitably furnished. Therefore, they said the application may be the competent authority on 7/6/2019 allowed the application, holding that the property was self-occupied property. Therefore, they have to leave the house within 30 days. The SDM, Subdivisional Magistrate, they directed to ensure that this applicant and his cancer wife live peacefully. They filed a review application to recall the order because it was an ex parte order. Competent authority allowed the review application. Therefore, they went to additional collector on appeal. The appellate authority allowed the appeal. They set aside the review application order, and therefore you should understand that you can file application and you can file review application, then appeal. Then that leads to Supreme Court. So here they say the section 22 empowers the district magistrate or to any subordinate office specified the district magistrate to prescribe a comprehensive action plan for providing protection of life and property of senior citizens. Then section 23 provides that the transfer of property by way of gift or otherwise by the senior should be void under circumstances mentioned therein. The section 2A was discussed about children's definition. They say section 20 protects the life and property of senior citizens. The Section 22 it only deals with protection of life or property, even uh, the property whether settled or not. Section 23 gives right to declare the transaction was void. Therefore, they have also referred Lakshmi Saxena versus Suresh Saxena, the Rajasthan Law Weekly, 1436. Therein, they have discussed and hold good of the setting aside this. Then, Nittu Mittal versus Kanta Mittal, AR 2009, Delhi 72. They have also followed the similar cases. The High Court of Madhya Pradesh held that the permission is available only till there is mutual love and affection between them. Once mistrust and disrespect creeps in the relationship between the parents and the petitioners, created nuisance for the respondent. He is not obliged to still suffer their presence in his house. That was the contention. Finally, they say Section 27 bars in respect of any matter to which provisions of this Act applies. Therefore, they said the Rule 10 are mandatory, that should be strictly followed, and finally, they have directed to vacate the premises. It is up to them, to parents, to allow them to live or not. That was the case of the prosecution. So kindly follow this, and if any senior citizens approaches you, file application for protections. So Supreme Court convicted Senior Counsel Bhushan for contempt by imposing ₹1 fine and default to pay to undergo 3 months imprisonment. This is what had happened. And further, the relaxation of pandemic restrictions to the citizens of India from moving from one place to other, and finally they have decided that the prayers to the Lord should be allowed, and the only place where a man can express, exchange his views and thoughts with Paramatma at the temple, though there are other formalities being followed traditionally, offering pujas, prasadas, and strictly following other method of prayers, but still when the people went to temple or any place of worship, they only exchange their grievances with the Lord and claim relaxation, relief, and finally they want to achieve some more which would benefit for them to live peacefully. So that was finally granted. According to me, all these curtailment directly affecting fundamental rights guaranteed under Part 3 of the Constitution of India, unless and until internal emergency was declared, this curtailment of these fundamental rights all those days was not in conformity with Constitution procedure to maintain law and order. But however, because of pandemic, still the minds of the people are disturbing whether we will be successful to enjoy the benefit or face using. Best wishes.